All right, so welcome everyone. I'm Brian Yates. I am a double silver I-10 card holder. I am part of Team Sky, Team Elevate, and the team leader of Team Tidal Wave. And I wanted to go over tonight the difference between Evo Plus versus Expedia TAAP. What's the benefits of each, when to use them, and why. So let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, and get that situated. All right, so Evo Plus. It's going to be great to be used for instant commission. It's going to be your wholesale rate, so you're going to get to control your markup there. And you get that instant booking confirmation. It's got about 1.8 million hotels worldwide. I use it mostly for hotels and for other properties. So Expedia TAAP, it's going to have more availability. It's got about 3 million properties in 200 countries. It does have a commission-based model, so you're not getting that instant commission. My big go-to with Expedia TAAP is going to be when there's more than just the hotel. So when we're going in and doing airfare, when we're going in and doing car rentals, normally when you're doing bundles, you're going to be able to get a better rate due to the fact that you're bundling multiple services together.
Hey, Brian, sorry, some people are in the
Yeah.
chat are saying that your volume is really low on your mic.
Is that any better? I'm trying a new mic out, so I do apologize.
Yeah, that's a little bit better. Try turning your mic settings up a little bit if you
Um,
can.
they're already all the way up.
Okay, I could hear you just fine.
All right.
Yeah. Gladys, try turning your volume up as well. Leah says all good. So
All right.
I was just fine on mine, so even at 50% volume.
So I will. That's one thing I've got to work on with this mic. Like I said, it just came in the other day. But again, for the ones of y'all that said they couldn't hear, so Evo Plus is going to be really good to go in using just properties. So just a hotel. The night before cruise is going to be a great place to find Evo Plus. But if there's package involved, like you're looking at airfare, you're looking at car rental, normally we can find a better rate using another vendor like Expedia TAAP, Vax, or one of the other vendors that are going to allow us to package and bundle everything together. We're going to go over the difference between the two tonight for Expedia TAAP versus Evo Plus. And again, most of my presentation or the training that we're going to do tonight is going to be live. I do go over just a few slides to get us started to go over the basics. So again, with me, my Evo Plus is going to be whenever I'm booking something that's just a property because there are no margins. Or if I go in and find a property on Evo Plus, I'm still going to check it against Expedia TAAP because I have found in very rare occasions that Expedia TAAP is actually cheaper, and that is very rare. So let's go in and actually drive a little. Let me pull everything up and get it moved into the right screen.
And Brian, I
All right.
know this is your
Mhm.
training, but may I say something about Evo Plus, please, just from experience and
Go,
showing this
go
in
ahead.
new agent orientation?
Hmm.
Guys, that 60% is a very liberal number. I have seen deals up to 99% off.
Hmm.
Okay. 99, where we're saving clients, well, where the savings for clients are showing 80 and $90,000 and up, depending on where you're looking. Okay, I
Yep.
use one example in Paris, especially in the fall when it's the off season for Europe, that we can save the client $70,000 off of what Expedia and Hotels.com give. And remember, Expedia and Hotels.com are owned by the same company. So, um, when you split that the way David McCovey, our founder, says to do, then that if you split it to the 50%, that's 35K right in your pocket right there. So
Yes, exactly.
just just something with Evo Plus, and I'm sure Brian's going to touch on that. But
Oh
guys,
yeah.
that's 60%, and even the Evo Plus website says 40%, and that's very, very
Mhm.
liberal. I pitch it to my clients, and I tell them I can save you more than you're going to ever find on the internet. And my client, that's how I hook my client.
Yeah. So, in order to get to Evo Plus, we go to myevolutiontravel.com, we log in, and we go to Evo Plus. Make sure I'm in on the right account, and we log in. So, when you first set this up, it's going to ask for some questions. I tell all my new agents, once you answer the questions, exit back out and just reload it, because that seems to be the easiest way to get your information to take and to get you in and actually on the platform. But here, this book's just like Expedia TAAP, except for we're not looking for flights, we're not looking for car rentals. So we're going to tell where we're going. So does somebody in the chat want to give me somewhere that they're looking up? Or you can unmute and give me a
Do you just
destination.
want to use my example, Brian?
That works.
Paris, October 14th through the 22nd.
October 14th through the 22nd.
Yep, one room, two adults.
Okay.
This is the example I use for new agent orientation all the time.
All right.
If it
And
is
again, the
still
thing I
there, it
love,
should come up. I'll tell you if the right hotel comes up.
okay,
That's it.
right
It's
there,
down a little bit right now,
94%
but
off.
yep, and it's a 4-star hotel, guys.
Mm-hmm. And again, something else that Expedia or that Evo does is it gives us a tidbit about the destination. So it makes us look like we're a lot more knowledgeable about the destination just off the tidbits that it's giving. So, and also, I've had new agents that came in and they're like, there's no way this is real. You can use the compare price and click Expedia. It's going to load it up in real time. It's a direct link, $75,888.
And actually, something that I'm finding, Brian, if you click that Expedia link
Mm-hmm.
again or open that Expedia link again,
Mm-hmm.
some something that I'm doing now is you see that crossed out price there,
Yeah.
that 95,445. I'm
Mm-hmm.
using that now to tell my
Good.
clients it's normally on Expedia 94,445, and I can get it for you for whatever it is right now, 3365 or whatever it is, 3816. So
Yeah.
that gives them even more to book it,
Of an incentive.
more incentive to book it with me.
Yep. And always double check the numbers with Expedia. I mean, with Evo here against Expedia and hotels, because I've seen some that are a lot better deal than what it's showing because the system hasn't updated. And again, here we have the same price. So, and if you want,
Yeah, it's
like,
about
say
seven.
you're,
It's about $7,000 off right
mm-hmm,
now. Real time hadn't caught up yet.
yep. And so I've had agents that have come in and they're like, okay, is this real? How can I make sure if you want to make sure it's real, hit book. Until you put a credit card information in, you're good. So you can roll down, see the information for the property, and come down here. And again, that is the total price. And it's going to show you the pay at property. There is something that's going to be paid at property, but it's hiding behind. There it goes. So there's $159 that's paid at property, and that's a mandatory fee.
Yeah.
Expedia, hotels.com, they're going to have that same fee that's paid at property. And as you see, you can roll through this and find other rooms. So if we were processing this booking, what we would do, we're say we're going to go with this one. I'm going to pull up my calculator, and trust me, I use this example all the time. We don't have to know the math because the reason I pull my calculator up is because I'm going to double check it. The reason being, the total room currently is 3,975. One, and if I want to double check myself, just hit back.
You're a good man, Brian Yates.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I was always told in school that I would not walk around with a calculator in my pocket at all times. I wish my math teacher could see me now.
Yeah, I wish mine could too, because we all have a calculator in our pockets at all times.
That's right. So we're going to minus this from the lowest price that we found, and the lowest price that we found was a 75,000. So 75588. So minus 75588. So that's $71,000 in difference. Almost 72. If you take the 50-50 rule, which is what we normally do, we divide it in half. That's $36,000 in instant commission. Now, I've got agents that use Square. I've got agents that use Cash App. I've got agents that use Clover, Stripe, um, PayPal.
For
You can
yeah,
There are so many different ways that you can process your payment. The only thing that I tell my agents is be truthful with them whenever you get to this point. So I can get this to you for this price. So you're going to add in the 36,300 plus the 3816. So I can get it to you for $40,122. When you tell them that, tell them that this charge is going to be split into two charges. One is going to come from the property or the wholesale engine, and one is going to come from you due to fees that will be charged to you. If you're honest with them up front, they are way more likely to believe that this isn't a scam. Because I've had people ask me, there's no way that this has been, that you can save this much off of Expedia.
yep.
And I
And
tell
I
them I
tell
book
my
these.
clients, sorry
Mhm,
not to butt in, but I tell my
mhm.
clients that this is a fee that my wholesaler charges me directly to get you this amazing price off of what Expedia and hotels.com um would be. So
Yeah.
yes, wholesale
Yep.
fee. Absolutely, Leah.
Yes.
Absolutely wholesale fee, because that's what
Mhm.
this is.
Yep. Wholesale fee. You can name it anything you want. It's just the reason I tell everybody, all my agents, to make sure they're transparent is if not, you're going to get a ticked off client that's like, okay, why did you charge me this fee? Why do the numbers not add up? Well, they do add up if you add up both fees or both charges. It's just keeping that phone call from happening because you're going to run into clients that will question that.
Or that
So,
chargeback from happening.
bingo. And again, when you're doing this in your credit card processing form, include everything in it to protect you. Okay, so if we keep going, we can look up more destinations. We can look up other properties. Let's shoot for another destination. So let's look at Miami. If I can spell tonight, we will be doing great. Somebody said Playa de Karma. Let's try that one and just see.
That should give you some resorts, actually.
It should.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Yeah.
May I
Okay.
ask, would you do that, Paris, as a mock booking? And was that for two people?
Yes, that was for two people, and that would be an amazing thing to do as a mock booking.
Hmm. But as with any
So,
mock booking, always make sure that price you put in the verbiage prices. All
prices
prices are
started
subject
at.
to change up
Yep.
to and until time of booking or deposit.
Yep. Hmm.
You have to have that disclaimer in there, guys. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard of new agents getting yelled at because prices have changed and the client wanted a lower price and we couldn't give it to them.
Yep.
And if
Definitely.
I may, can we put this in the our Evo website?
Yep, you can, but I would definitely be posting it on your social media sites too. So your Facebook business page, Instagram, your TikTok if you have one. So work with your mentor on that.
Right, but right now all I
Definitely.
have is that. So,
Yes, you can use that as one of your two recommended specials. Now, my
Hmm.
recommendation would be to make it for like 6 months out so that your clients have time to pay for any excursions or any the transfers. You could even throw flights in there too
Hmm. Yep.
if you wanted to. So yeah,
Yep.
you could do that as a whole mock.
okay, thank you.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. All right. So looking at Playa de Karma, like I said, I just ran it for a date that's closer to us because I have noticed Evo Plus does a really good job on certain properties far off, but depending on the time of the year, it does really good within 30, 60, 90 days of the booking on select properties. All right, so here's one that we've got. It's running for a normal $1,056. We're getting it for $397. Okay, again, let's check it against it because I'm always going to fact check. I'm always about fact checking somebody. Okay, so they're getting it for 541 there. All right, so again, we see where it's not caught up. Okay, so 541 is the price. So we're still lower. So 541 minus 397, it's 144. So that's going to be adding about 70 bucks. So $72 is the exact number. We'll add the 72 to the 397. And you don't have to go with the 77. If you wanted to bump it to 80, you could bump it to 80. That's completely your call because it's your booking. But just remember, you need to give the client a well enough bite or discount because that's going to keep them coming back to you because you were able to give them that huge discount versus what everybody else was.
May I
So
ask another question? And I'm sorry if I'm
go for it.
doing it verbally. I'm not a typist. I never learned how to type. Um,
You're good.
for the Paris one, you included the pay at uh, at
No,
destination.
no.
I I thought I saw that. So you that would not be. You would have here's the wholesale price, whatever your
mm,
commission, which you don't call commission. Here's the
mhm,
hotel room. That's the separate charge, and then you would have something at the bottom that would say, "Oh, and by the way, when you get there, I can't collect
mhm,
this now. When you get there, you have to pay the hotel. This is the amount, 159, whatever it was, that you have to
mhm.
pay when you get there. Correct?"
And correct, that's going to be different from it. That's going to be collected at the property. So that's going to be, you can call it a destination fee because, like, if you go to Vegas, they have destination fees for Vegas. There's certain areas around the world, they may call it something different, but it's a destination tax or destination fee that the
And they're gonna
property.
and they're gonna see that when they go to hotel or to
Yep.
Expedia or
Yes.
whatever, they're going to see that that's the norm. Okay.
Yes. And then again, here we have one that's 55% off. Any of these are a great way to go in and get income coming in quickly. So if we looked at this one, which is impressions, I think I've
Yep.
actually booked this one before.
Yeah, and Brian Leo was saying she was specifically looking for Occidental to Cancun.
Okay, let's look at that and see if we can find it real quick.
Yeah, because that's one she's specifically booking right now, actually.
Okay. All right. So,
Is that it? Is that it, Leah?
I have to get my good glasses on. So I don't know for sure. But no, I already have this dialed in, but I just wanted to use this as an example because there are many of the same styles and many of the same 4 stars that book at the same time. So you just got to make sure that it's the correct booking and,
Mhm.
that you're comparing the rooms,
Yep, apples to apples.
make apples to apples.
Yep.
And you're doing great, buddy. I love this training. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you. But yeah, definitely when you're looking at these, make sure that you are comparing apples to apples. You're not looking at one hotel versus another or a suite versus just a regular rack rate room.
Yep. Especially if you are looking at Vegas. Okay. If
Hmm.
you're doing like 2 rooms on the same booking, they're going to change your room type on the second room for Vegas. I have learned that the hard way a few times that I've had to go back and reprice rooms. So make sure if you want the same room type, you're looking to make sure you're getting the same room type for both rooms.
All right.
And also, can I just jump in here really quick? I'm so
Go for
sorry.
it.
So I'm actively currently booking my client for this hotel. And what I do too is I literally go to the hotel website and I use their gallery and I look at all the rooms and I make sure
Mhm.
that what I'm looking at, with the schematics that are on Evo Plus are, you know, what are the same with what I'm
Mhm.
looking at retail. And then I go to Expedia TAAP and then I do, apples to oranges and all the things. And
Mhm.
I just want to really say, though, that is very important because you can't just look at a property and say, okay, well, I can give you this. When you haven't researched the room and all the specifics. So, for any new agents that are on here right now, just know that you really have to go A to Z on your research. And this is a very important training, Evo Plus and Expedia Tap, even packages that you do on Vax. Always look at hotel prices, Expedia Tap. And
Mhm.
yeah, so thank you. I just wanted to make that point. Sorry.
Thank you. You're good. So, one of the ones that I wanted to look at and just show you the difference is I'm just throwing out some dates. Make sure I get the same dates. All right. So, with Evo Plus, we're just looking at the property. While we're waiting on that to load, let's go ahead and pull up Expedia Tap. And the reason I'm pulling both up is because this client needs airfare. So we're going to go to packages and I'm going to add the car in because 9 times out of 10, when I have clients flying in that are going for this amount of time, they're going to need airfare. So my clients would normally be coming out of Memphis and they would be flying to Miami. Okay, let's get the dates. Okay, 6/12 through 6/19. Okay, so 6/12 through 6/19. Done. And again, making sure we've got 2 travelers and search. Now, if you only need, like, say this is for a cruise that you're doing this for, you can check that box that says I only need accommodation for a part of the trip. All right. So, since we have both of them up, and that is exactly, this is why we qualify clients. We know what they're looking for. So if they've got a cruise, I've had clients that have called that have already booked their cruise, but they need flight and hotel. So again, if you select this button here, it's going to go in and ask what dates you need to stay for. But so since we're keeping this up, let's look. I actually had clients that actually they checked out earlier this week from the Sonesta Miami Airport. So we're going to select this and I'm going to go back to Evo Plus and we're going to do the Sonesta.
And Brian, it's funny that you're talking about if your clients have already booked their cruise and now you're looking for flights and hotel for them. I'm working on that for a client of mine right now, actually. I've got
Yep.
2 proposals out to her for one for a Rio Plaza hotel in Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco, and then one for the Hotel Nico San Francisco. Rio Plaza's 4-star, Hotel Nico is 5-star, and I'm getting anywhere between $200 and $400 off each property for the 3 nights they're going to be there. So it off of Evo Plus, it's great. Plus, I've done their flights. So
And hey, Mark, you know, so now you're in my territory. So if you need to know locations for anything or what they're looking to do,
yeah, she's
you let
originally
me.
from there. So
No, I live in Santa Rosa, which is 60 miles north of the Golden Gate, and I've lived here my whole life. So San Francisco is a niche for sure, but let me know how I can help you.
yeah, sounds great. Yeah, it's actually one of my nurses from my clinic. So and she's originally from there, and they're going out on the festival on the 8th up to Alaska.
Oh, wow.
I'll talk to you more about this later. It's convoluted.
But again, we're not finding. We can find the Sonesta Simply Suites Miami, but the airport isn't showing up. So I found this before to where we actually run into where Evo may have sold the quantity they had for the day or for that have been held for them. But as we keep going down, we get to select the room type. Most of the time, my couple that just left, it was a couple. So we did the Deluxe King. And then we're going to go in, and as you see, it's $1,163 per traveler. And that's including the flight, the base flight, and the car.
Hey Brian,
So,
when I've run into that problem in Evo Plus, I put the full name of the hotel in there, not just like the brand, and it's come up for me
okay,
in
I'll
Evo
look at
Plus.
that here in just a second and see
Okay.
if it pulls up that way. So, again, me personally, if I'm flying nonstop if at all possible, even if it's a little bit more. Most of my clients are the same. So, I'm going to select nonstop, and we have options 5:49 p.m. or 5:44 a.m. I'm going to say 5:44 a.m., so therefore we have all day to explore. But that's going to be a guest issue. That's going to be why you qualify the client, seeing if they need to fly in later. And then flying out, how are they wanting to fly back out? Again, we're going to look at the nonstops. And this is where it's going to come to knowing the client or making sure that you have qualified them well enough to know, are they going to want to come home earlier in the day, or are they going to be okay with hanging around all day and watching the sunset? Okay, let's let it load. And then we're going to come up to the car rental section. Okay. All right. So, okay. You can go in and select anything in here that you want. The special is $2. Me personally, I'm a bigger person. I'm going to be going for a full size car, a full size or a compact SUV. And again, knowing your client or having that conversation beforehand makes, all right, here we go. All right, so the Sonesta Miami, we are coming in at 2,368.22. It's averaging 1,184 per person, and we are making 142.09 is the total commission on this. Let's go back and see if we can find the Sonesta Miami Airport. Okay, let's go all the way at the top.
And guys, I just put a tip about airline tickets for your clients regarding basic economy in there. Try not to book clients into that. There are a ton of restrictions with them.
Yes. All right, here we go. So, thank you for that tidbit, Mark.
Yep. I
All
figured it would
right,
come
so,
up.
yep. All right, so if we book the property directly through, we're getting the property itself for $1,513. If we go through and do everything together, we're pulling in at 2368.22. So going in, if you wanted to see, you can go in and price the airlines. You have the flights. Go in and look at the flights by themselves. Go in and look at everything else and price it together to see which one is going to be one that's going to be best for the client and best for your bottom line. Okay. Definitely a lot of things, Mark. We've actually went in and made mistakes and had to go in and try to figure out how to fix them.
13 plus years of doing this, guys. I have made a lot of mistakes. Great question about the insurance too, Leah.
Yes.
That's
And
all you, Brian.
if they're asking for insurance, I'm going to 10 leg. That is my first and foremost that I go to. I offer 10 leg insurance whenever I book a cruise because 10 leg is normally going to give them better pricing and better coverage than the cruise lines. So, but again, like I said, we have this, we went through, we looked. My clients normally are going to go with this one due to the fact that it's going to be hard to find flights and car rental for the same price as what we've just got quoted. So I went in and looked at Orlando. I've went in and looked at all types of other things for this also. I actually quoted a few months ago for a gentleman at my work for a trip. They were going to Disney for so many days. They were going to Universal and they were going to be gone for a week. It was $1,600 car rental, 7 days, and airfare from Memphis. And they were staying at a 3-star resort.
That's not bad.
No, but it was a lot better than what they were finding elsewhere.
Oh, yeah. We can beat pretty much anything, like I said. And Leah,
Mm-hmm.
just to compound on what Brian said about travel insurance, guys, I don't give my clients a choice. I suggest it to them right off the bat. Okay. And I tell them that, especially if they are going internationally, I tell them flat out, your US health insurance is not going to cover you overseas. And it doesn't. And if they ask me, I give them my examples of what has happened to a former agent's client, where she fell and broke her femur, spent 9 days in a Cancun hospital, and Tin Leg paid for it. Then had to be
Mm-hmm.
medevaced, and Tin Leg reimbursed her family of $75,000 or $80,000 for the medevac. And Tin Leg covers everything from when they get to the airport until they get home from the trip.
Yep.
And it's pennies
So,
on the dollar on their investment. And if they
yes.
don't want it,
And
then you have to explain to them that they will be responsible for any and all out-of-pocket costs. And that includes potentially losing up to and including the entire value of their trip should they cancel. That's
yep.
usually enough to turn people around.
Okay. 10 leg is one of the suppliers in the back office that you do have to register for it. Seen that. And so another question, do we have suppliers for car rentals? We do. Most of the time I found that the car rentals, you can go car rental directly through Expedia TAAP and get the car rental direct. So if they just wanted the car rental, we could do Miami, where we're picking it up from, same as pickup. Set your dates and search. You're very welcome, Erica. Yeah, it is definitely 10 leg is something, and 10 leg is the only insurance carrier that I know of that we currently have that we get paid commission on as well.
There are some that you can get paid on your own, but Archer does not support them. So if you have problems
Go ahead,
with
Leah.
that insurance carrier, Archer will not support. Plus, it's 18% commission and it gets paid 45 to 60 days after the premium has been paid. And then Gladys and Erica, they're in the Travel Cafe under the U.S. Suppliers tab. It's just a simple email over to Archer to get set up.
Yep. Go ahead, Leah. Just showing where it is.
Hey, sorry, I'm here.
Mhm.
Okay, so I just thank you so much for this training. It has been extremely informative, and especially for new agents that are coming on and really want to understand how to compare. I feel like this was extremely helpful and informative. So thank you for that.
Thank
And
you.
then for somebody, I'm like almost 4 years in, so I'm a little seasoned. But I just want to give a little understanding to why this training is very important. Like, why are we having a training on Evo Plus? What does that mean? What is it like? So, just I want to keep it simple. I don't want to make it all about me, but I just want to say that I've earned almost $60,000 in instant commissions booking Evo Plus over the last 4 years. And I'm an expert with Evo Plus. And to be honest with you, I've learned a lot here about comparing apples to oranges and doing through Expedia TAAP because I don't know. In the beginning, I think Expedia TAAP, I was kind of like, what is this? I don't understand it. I don't get it. But once I had clients that were really looking for Airbnbs and whatnot, I really got familiar with, this soundboard. So, and it really is apples to oranges when you look or when you look through and do your research with Expedia Tab. So, I want to thank you. Yeah. So uh, 2024, 2025, I actually paid off close to $20,000 in debt totally through Evo Plus instant commissions. So it's just been a godsend, and I really appreciate this training. So, anyways,
Thank you. Okay. And for those of you that were asking about 10 leg, it's in the Travel Cafe. You go down to supplier, supplier by country, select your country, and then you just go down to 10 leg. The biggest thing with 10 leg is we do not contact 10 leg directly. There is the email address for 10 leg for Archer.
Yep. We have Eli, who also works in commissions, is our contact at Archer. She is absolutely amazing. Just follow, Brian, if you can scroll down just a little bit. Follow those how to register steps, guys. It is a simple email to Eli. Okay, that's it. But make sure you're emailing that particular email, 10leg at archertravel.com,
Yep.
and that you're putting everything that they want in the email. And then you'll get that confirmation from 10leg confirming your account. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so make sure to be checking your spam and junk mail folders as well.
Yeah. And definitely, yeah, because like I said, I do, and whenever I go in and quote any of my trips, I do go ahead and run the quote for 10 leg and give them options on it. Um, again, like Mark said, we go in and we explain the need for it. We can't force it on them, but we can explain the need and the importance of having. Because I've had clients tell me before, my health insurance will cover it. No, they won't. And if you're outside of the U.S., no, they will not.
Yep. And I work with a program called Travel Joy, and I have a separate form that I send, and all my credit card authorization form that I have basically duplicated from Archer. But I have a separate form that I also send where they have to accept or decline travel insurance from me. And that separate form has my 10 leg affiliate link so that they can go in and do their own quotes and purchase the insurance without me even having to touch it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I get an email saying that, hey, somebody's purchased a 10 leg policy from you. And all I have to do is go in and fill out a commission tracking form. And boom, I'm done.
Yep. And another great feature of 10 leg is, say you've got that client that's going on the cruise. If they take the cruise line and they book their own flights, the cruise line's insurance is not going to cover the flight.
Correct. Michelle,
It's
I'm
not
going
going
to
to.
dispel that right now. It is not very expensive to get separate insurance for travel on a $10,000 trip. I have seen for two people, I have seen the highest policy I've seen was $299 for two people, and that's with $250,000 in emergency medical for each. Yep, $300
Yep.
for two
Yep.
people.
Yep.
Oh yeah, not from 10. Like some
No.
companies are $400, $500, $600.
Mm-hmm.
Alliance is like that. I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
And the protection that our suppliers provide, we don't make commission on those guys, except for maybe Princess, but it still doesn't cover everything. Even if you buy the airfare, it doesn't from Princess, it doesn't cover that. So
Yeah.
I'm not
So I
trying
mean,
not to get off topic here, Brian.
you're good. Like I said, that's the reason I go directly to 10 leg anytime
Yep.
that when I'm pulling a trip, I'm quoting, because it's covering from A to Z instead of you piecing coverage together for the cruise, for the flight, for this. They're going to spend a lot more if they're getting travel insurance and they're trying to piece it together.
This is going to sound crazy, but I get insurance for my own domestic trips. So for a convention, I will have travel insurance. Even though we're going to Hawaii, I'll have travel insurance for it. Because that way that travel insurance can cover any medical stuff that comes up and it doesn't hit my primary insurance and my deductible. Can I say
All
one
right,
thing about rental cars only on TAP, Brian?
go for it.
2 to 3% commission, guys. Go directly through the rental car companies
Yeah.
where it's 10%.
Yep.
Okay, I've learned the
And
hard way.
and if
All you
you're
have to do
looking
is put in the rental
for,
car company name and then travel agent, and then our ID is our IATA number.
and if you're looking for rental cars for yourself, if you're an I-10 card holder, I'm getting 20 and 30% off of my rentals through Avis.
Yeah, some of them
Just
we're getting,
because.
some of them as TAs, we get 20 and 25 off.
Yep.
Just for being TAs if you have a CLIA card too.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's
Or
whenever we
Evo
research
Rewards is
our
a
own.
great place to go to.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Evo Rewards is also a good place to go for if you've got a client going to Disney, if you've got a client going to Universal, Six Flags.
Just remember that Alamo is the official car rental company of Disney.
What if you don't have your IATA number? Yeah. Okay, so we use Archer's IATA number.
Yep.
So that's part of the accreditations that we get from Archer is we get access to their IATA and their CLIA card, their CLIA information.
Yeah, which is the same number.
Yeah. So, but again, is there another property somewhere that y'all want to look up? We can go through, or any other questions? I know we steered a little bit off topic, but that's perfectly fine. We're
Yeah,
answering
Gladys,
really
you
good
would just go to
questions.
the rental car company's site. So you would just put in Hertz travel agent, click on the travel agent site. It would say, Brian's going to bring it up right now. Yeah, so Hertz travel agent login, travel agents, Hertz rent a car.
Yes.
And then you see where it says IATAN, you just put in our IATA number. Yep, I'll look at it, Anna. Are you talking about the one about your IATA? Oh, okay, the one up. Oh, I'm looking for it.
Hey, y'all, I gotta jump, but Brian, thank you so much for this training. Mark, thank you as always.
No problem. Leah,
And
hit me up when
You're
you
very
can.
welcome.
happy Mother's
Mhm.
Day to everybody. Yep, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much, Brian.
All right. Thank you. Mhm. All right. So once we key in that information, we're in.
Yep,
And like I
that's
said,
it.
I just keyed in. And one thing that I do, and this is completely up to you, I have and my green screen is going to cut it off. So
This
I
is how
have
you can
my,
also rent cars for your clients too, guys.
yep. So I go in and I'm going in and doing like a booklet. You can get these from Dollar Tree. You can get them from Five Below. And it's got usernames. It's got all my different information that I need to keep up with, like the CLIA number, the cruise line's phone numbers that I use on a regular basis. It's got all of it there just in case I may be away from my desk and something happens. But again, like Mark was saying, you can just go, you log in with their IATA number, and it's the same as the CLIA information.
Can you repeat that about the book? Sorry, my kids came in
Oh,
and I couldn't hear.
no, you're good.
You're just gonna want
So
to have it's gonna have like your
something.
important phone numbers in it and your logins and stuff
Hmm.
like that.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, I keep these. They're in my backpack at all times, and it's just something so you can keep up with, like Mark said, important phone numbers, the CLIA number, the IATA number, the like with MSC, it's the PIN number for the agency and the agency phone number because most cruise lines ask us for the Archer's phone number.
Okay, so
It's
Anna,
just
like we just said, sorry, Brian.
mhm,
Yeah, you're not gonna have your own IATA number until you earn $5,000 in commissions. So we just use Archers
mhm,
to sign up for and log in and to sign up for and to get credit for bookings
mhm.
with suppliers like Hertz.
Yep. And I've also went in and looked up before since I got my own um, number. The discounts that you're getting trying to use your own are nowhere near what you're getting trying to key in with Archers.
Yeah, we get bigger discounts because we're with an accredited travel agency versus being an IATA accredited agent.
Hmm.
So
And don't ever be afraid to, like with the rental car companies or the way that
hotels
I
even.
actually, yep, I stumbled across this myself. Like, I know I could have registered the other way around, but I stumbled across this the hard way. Hyatt travel agent rates. Don't
Yeah.
be afraid to look it up.
Hmm. Marriott, you have to have a CLIA card. That
Mhm.
was going to be my training on Friday, the 8th, but CLIA's website was down, guys. I apologize. I'm working on a rescheduled date on that. So sorry. It may be this Friday. I don't know yet. It depends on how I feel after surgery on Wednesday.
Mark, please take the time to recuperate.
I should be fine. I think it's just lap. So I don't think he's opening me up too wide if he is.
So, but so does anybody have any other questions about what we've went over or anything else?
No, but I do have an announcement once you turn off your recording, since we have
All
mostly new
right.
people.
Okay, give me just a second because there are no more questions.